Hi guys, Call of Duty have just revealed Modern Warfare 3's Season 3 roadmap, which launches in just a couple days on April 3rd, and the TLDR here is that all of the zombies content in Season 3 is coming at the mid-season update about a month away, rather than at the start of the season on April 3rd. There are 4 main things being added in Season, and they are as follows. The first is the continuation of the Dark Aether story, and specifically, we're going to be needing to save Dr. Jansen. So they say an unknown force of disturbing power has its psychic tendrils wrapped tightly around Dr. Ava Jansen. The Doctor's been lured into a new region of the Dark Aether under this malignant influence. Strike teams from Operation Deadbolt have converged to assist Sergei Ravanov as he attempts to locate and rescue Dr. Jansen from the unknown. Your expertise surviving and escaping the Dark Aether is required. The time has come to explore a new part of the Dark Aether and rescue Dr. Jansen, and readying up for another Dark Aether Gate hunt. First of all, I just want to say, I absolutely detest the way that was written. Like, the time has come to explore a new part of the Dark Aether and rescue Dr. Jansen and readying up for another Dark Aether Gate hunt? What? Did you read this before posting it, Call of Duty? Also, it's wild to me that we're now referring to these as Dark Aether Gate hunts instead of the usual terminology, which would be Easter egg hunts, Call of Duty. That's what you're meant to be putting in the game, Easter eggs. God damn it. Getting a bit ahead of myself, you know, asking for an Easter egg in zombies. I mean, come on, be serious, people. They're not Easter egg hunts anymore, they're Dark Aether Gate hunts specifically. Jeez. Now they've got a separate bullet point here, which says additional unlock quest, a third rift, and more. This third Dark Aether rift is just as ornery as past 2. Again, who wrote this? Like, what? It's just as ornery as past 2. Okay. Expect a series of unlock objectives focusing on finding and attuning several relics, allowing access through the gate. Okay, so you're telling us that it's the same as the stuff that we've already seen. Fine. Accomplish these tasks to step into the ethereal voidscape and face the terrifying horrors lurking within, claiming valuable rewards if you survive. Squad up and help Operation Deadbolt continue to contain the onslaught of the undead. Naturally, you're also here to complete activities and contracts, discover arcane secrets, and secure some highly classified schematics. Naturally, you're also here, and yes, this is what the blog post says, to complete activities and contracts, discover arcane secrets, and secure some highly classified schematics. Why is that in there twice? Did nobody proofread this? It's fine though, it's whatever. The skybox of the new Dark Aether area looks cool, so there's that. And then they list out the new schematics, and those are as follows. You've got dead wire detonators, which says, are you still shocked at the impressive electrical damage the dead wire ammo mod inflicts? Then you might want to employ the dead wire detonator and attach it to all of your explosive weaponry, including lethals and launchers. The golden mask filter, which is a prized schematic with a shiny hue and an impressive, long-lasting effect. You gain a self-regenerating mask for the rest of the match. This comes in extremely handy for surviving zombie strongholds and any surprises in the rifts. And finally, the Sergeant's Beret. Your outcomes no longer need to be terminal when dealing with Zakhaev's hired guns. Simply don the Sergeant's Beret to disguise yourself among the mercs and summon a trusty merc bodyguard who shadows you to the end. So, I mean, are those going to be things that people really grind for? I'm going to withhold judgment and let you give your opinion in the comments section. Are you really excited about the idea of a dead wire detonator? Or perhaps of a regenerating gas mask? Are you super amped up about a regenerating gas mask? Like, what are we thinking here, chat? Are we hyped? Right? Are we fired up? Are we going to be grinding for these? Or not? You let me know. I'm withholding judgment, but you let me know.
Hey, it's Milo on his phone. I realized I forgot to mention something. This is not actually all the schematics we thought we were going to be getting in this season. This is somehow lower than expectation, because basically, for a long time, we have been under the impression that certain schematics would be being added into the game, just like how for a long time we've been under the impression that certain warlords would be being added into the game, and certain perks would be being added into the game. Now, obviously, Treyarch is under no obligation to actually add these things in just because we imagined that they would be coming, right? Just because we saw a snippet of something in the code, or we got an idea of, I don't know, like something from some pre-release asset or something in the beta files or like whatever, right? Just because those are there doesn't mean that they're guaranteed to be in the game, but we've been anticipating that there would be another schematic in here, and we've also been anticipating that at some point they would maybe be considering adding something like Widow's Wine or something like that. And yeah, no sign of it, which is interesting, and it makes me wonder, are those being held back for future seasons now? And does that mean that the content in future seasons that would otherwise have been planned is being reduced, and so they're needing to use this season's content to fill the next season? Or is it those things were actually never coming in the first place and we were just wrong? Like, totally possible that we were just wrong, like very, very much so. But it makes me wonder, you know, like I'm always interested in hearing more about the sort of behind the scenes, the cut content, the plans that never came to fruition, the factions, all those sorts of things, right? Like, I'm just naturally curious about those things. So the fact that here there is still schematic stuff that we haven't seen yet that might be coming later, but also might just be never coming at all now is like, why? Like, give me the goss, Call of Duty. Tell me more. Anyway, I'll back to the rest of the video now.
There's also some prestige and camo stuff, so they say unlock new prestige calling card challenges at each level of prestige reached, and select up to 5 challenges to track, including any from across the game. And then on the camos front, with 4 new weapons comes over a dozen new unique camo challenges to grind through. You can play to access the new challenges for the Gladiator melee weapon and multiple unique camos for the BAL 27, FJX Horus, and Moore's sniper rifle. And that brings us to the final thing that is being added for zombies in this update. The literal last thing for the next 2 months, and it's coming in a month's time, and it says as follows. Additional caution is advised when operating in the southeastern part of the Urzikstan exclusion zone, as Warlord Rainmaker has commandeered and heavily upgraded the defenses of his fortress on Raha Island across the water from Shaheen Manor. As his codename suggests, this warlord is an artillery and demolitions expert, and though his island compound is relatively easy to reach, stepping foot on the island with your limbs still attached may be more of a challenge. Expect mortar rounds and RPG fire to descend on your squad, with assault maneuvers made even more difficult due to the water surrounding Rainmaker's lair. Fast transport is recommended, and once you disembark, try to ignore the chaos and focus on the fortress. Rainmaker's forces are expendable, and he almost enjoys sacrificing his own men to take out intruders. With the fortress breached, slow your progress as the compound is brimming with tripwires and traps. Stepping on a mine at this point would be unfortunate. Then, prepare to change your game plan once you finally corner Rainmaker. He's capable of some nasty surprises you won't be expecting, so be careful. So that's the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies Season 3 Reloaded update, coming in a month's time. And I've had a little bit of a scan here, and I don't think there's anything else for Zombies fans really in the season at all. There's a bunch of other stuff happening in Warzone and stuff like that, but for Zombies, not going to be a huge amount going on here. So I'm going to prioritize focusing on other games in the meantime. So I'll be playing a bit more Rise of the Ronin. I'll have a Last of Us video essay out at some point, and I'm hopefully going to start playing some Elden Ring. I'll see you there.